This video was brought to you by Stormberg, ABRP planner, MisterGreen, Kempower and Marcus Bil. Yo, what's up? We are still at the EVS35 and I tried to cherry pick interesting topics, interesting hardware. There's just too much stuff here to show, like the electric police car in the back here. But one thing that caught my attention was degradation tester. So we have Wolfgang here from Germany. You guys...
Austria.
Where from?
Austria.
Austria. Close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
But anyway, so they have created a degradation, a car battery degradation tester. So basically it means that not every country has a ninja like Teslabjorn to test every car out there. So they created a device and a whole system to test degradation for everyone. You know, it's supposed to be simple. You're not supposed to make lots of calculations. You're not supposed to be a ninja. It's almost like a bit of route planning. You know, route planning made simple. And this is degradation test made simple. So let's start by introducing the Aviloo battery diagnostics. So let's start now. So this is a test that you guys sell. So when the customer wants to test the vehicle, you sign up for something. Oh yeah, there's also, by the way, I should mention, the Norwegian EV Association. There is, if you can scroll up to that. So they have a cooperation with Aviloo. If you're a member, you get a lower price. Let me see, what was the price thing there? There. So members, you get this price.
Yes.
And then this one. And what you get is that you can borrow this device. You probably don't want to keep it anyway. You get this device, and then you get a certificate. We're going to look at this closer, but can you open that one, please?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. This is how the Aviloo box is delivered. You get the box itself. This is essentially our smart data logging device.
Can you show me the inputs on that one?
Yeah. So it comes with an OBD2 port. And it connects to the OBD2 port of the vehicle, which is very easy. Everybody can do that themselves. And for Teslas, we use a specific adapter cable.
Well, so this one plugs it into the...
Yeah, this one plugs into the OBD port, okay. But you are going to use an adapter cable for that. So the box comes with the different cables. So if you are testing a normal, let's say, Volkswagen or BMW,
that's the one. Okay.
You simply use this type of cable. Mm-hmm. So you can store the box where it doesn't disturb you while driving.
Will it drain the 12-volt battery?
No, because as soon as you switch off your car, the box goes into sleeping mode. And in that sleeping mode, it hardly uses any power from the 12-volt battery.
And does it have a battery in here?
No.
Okay.
It's powered through the 12-volt system of the vehicle.
And this one also contains a SIM card?
Yes, there is an LTE module inside with a SIM card. Mm-hmm. So as soon as the device is plugged in to the power, it goes online and it starts recognizing the vehicle and it starts sending the battery data to our battery data cloud platform.
All right. And
if you are going to test the Tesla, we provide you with some adapter cable.
Different
There's different cables.
Different generations.
Our partners will pre-configure that for you.
That's for Model 3, I see. Model 3,
this is a Model 3 cable, exactly.
Yeah.
There is a longer OBD cable if you prefer to put the box back in your seat. And this is a power adapter, so you can plug in the box to any standard power socket. So that is more for car dealers and partners who are keeping a device on a permanent basis.
Oh, is it this one?
No. So
it hooks.
Our car dealers simply keep the device powered on outside the vehicle. So what this does is essentially there is an adapter where you can plug in power to the device.
I see.
It's online, yeah. So here we go.
Oh, so that's the one.
That's the one. So that is nothing else than an external 12-volt power supply. And you can plug this into any standard power socket on your desk, basically in your office. But that's only for car dealers, right? As a private customer, you don't need that.
Yeah, because car dealers, you can then run this test on several cars.
Yes, you can use the same box to test a Nissan Leaf, a BMW i3, an e-Golf, a Tesla Model S. It's always the same box, and as I said, we provide car dealers and workshops with the box, so they can test vehicles completely autonomous whenever they want and which vehicle they want.
Okay, but more about the test, because now people have thousands of questions. So, what essentially you do is that you buy one, you borrow the equipment.
Yes, you buy the test.
Buy the test. Can we show here? We'll start with the app.
You buy the test.
You get an SMS or something.
Yeah, exactly. You buy the test. The test is registered in our system. Yeah.
Okay, if you can show that one, please.
You receive a link. That link opens the web app.
It's even in Norwegian. Yeah.
It's even Norwegian. Yeah. The web app guides you through the process. So in that case, it says, "Hey Wolfgang, we're gonna test your Nissan Leaf today." Fine. We can tap next, and the app tells you what to do. Okay, charge your car to 100%. Please connect the OBD box to the Aviloo box to the OBD port. We even give you a little support video. For example, in that case, it's a Nissan Leaf. We tell you exactly where the Nissan Leaf OBD port is located. A lot of support here to make it really easy for the customer to use.
I think you have to go back on the. Okay, you can click on it.
Sorry, here we are. Back to the app. And when you're ready to rumble, you just click next and you start the test.
Yeah, you see, this resembles the way I test cars also when I test degradation. But can you now show you're sitting on lots of data here. So this,
yes, indeed.
so essentially, I'm also doing the same thing. I'm charging the car to 100%, and then I start discharging it, and that's how you measure how much degradation you have. So
so we are really receiving a lot of data that can be anywhere between 1 and 5 million data points for one vehicle test. This is a couple of data to show how it works. The yellow line is the electric current, and the red line is the voltage of the battery. So everything below here is acceleration, and everything above 0 is recuperation. So for example, we can see here that is a Tesla. It can draw up to 1000 amps. That's also something we can verify. This current peak here, 1000 amps, so that's pretty good. The green line is, for example, the state of charge that went down here from 54% to 28%. So we really record all the battery data, cell voltages, cell temperatures, module voltages, a lot of data that runs through our algorithms, and that allows us to conclude and to calculate independently the state of health of that particular battery.
So the idea is that the customer can plug it in themselves. They charge it 100%. They start the test. They can go over several days, which means that the car will actually be parked. This could be the. So this is when they're driving.
This is when they're driving,
and
this
parked.
is exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So the test can be done in a couple of hours. You can just take the car and drive it until you reach a state of charge of 10%. That's what usually car dealers do in workshops. But you can also just plug in the box and forget about it for a couple of days. Just make your usual driving. And when you reach 10% state of charge, before charging your car the next time, the test is finished.
Okay, and then the end product is this that you get.
The end product is the battery certificate that gives you as a buyer or as a seller a clear and transparent view on the state of health of the certificate. The whole test process is certified by the TÜV. So they came in and really verified that what we are doing is correct, and that the process is safe and works fine. And the big advantage here is that it's not only manufacturer independent, but it's comparable across car manufacturer. So the way we calculate is always the same, no matter if it's a Tesla or a Hyundai, like in this sample here. We always use the same algorithm, and that's important for a customer, that he can be sure about the same calculations for all vehicle brands.
Okay, let me just look here, because my viewers want to see this. So let's see now. This is an actual test, not just a dummy, not just a mock. It was done in May this year. You see the date there. It's a long range all-wheel drive, 78 kilowatt hours. They blocked out some of the wind, okay. Here we see that it started at 98%, it ended at 9%. We see some temperatures and stuff here. You see the odometer. Analysis result here. Yeah, this one corresponds to what I know roughly, except for that I was not able to get 74. I was able to get 73, so that's at least what I claim in my test. But this car, you guys estimated to have 64. But
exactly.
Yeah. And that then
results into an 87% state of health.
Or 13% degradation, and you see the odometer is 60. So I have done some tests with Model 3. This sounds a bit high. Okay, I have worst case with MC Hammer with 80k, and I had 8% degradation only. Well, I consider it high. I also have another test where I tested a car with 165k. That was also a long range, 3 years old long range, 165k, but didn't have too much DC fast charging. And it turns out that I at least measure it to be only 8% degradation. So 13% degradation here is very high. So I would, if I had the opportunity, I would test this myself just to see if we get the same result or not. If maybe this guy punished the battery, charged it to 100%. But one thing I don't see here is that we don't see any, I mean, you guys have the data, but we don't see how much has been DC charge and AC charge, because that is actually important.
Yeah.
I found out after testing that DC charging actually kills the battery.
Of course, I mean, these are all the parameters which are very well known that are make the battery degrade faster. A lot of DC charging, a lot of charging at high speeds, a lot of high discharging. So if you use your vehicle for races every weekend, your battery will suffer a lot, as well as high temperatures or keeping the vehicle fully charged for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a valid point. We might be able to add that in the future.
Okay, I will check out something. So again, let's see. This is also another real-world case. A Kona 64 kilowatt hour, started with 99.5. Okay, this is also a good point. You can even go to 5%. You don't have to stop at 10%. And ideally, you want to go a little bit deeper to get a more accurate result. This one, you see, it claims 64 kilowatt hour. I have measured as much as 65 kilowatt hour. But the one extra kilowatt hour that I measured is most likely that initial degradation that many car manufacturers hide. So maybe it's actually wrong for me to count 65 as the new battery capacity, because usually the 1 kilowatt hour disappears within a couple of months, and 64 is what you can expect for the first year or so, right? So this one has 60 kilowatt hour, so it has 6% degradation after 42k. Ooh, that also sounds a bit high. I would expect it to be lower than that. But again, okay, I haven't tested this exact car, so I don't know for sure. But on the other hand, these tests, they give you some idea of what state the battery is. So one point, by the way, Wolfgang, is that you guys also have some data about state of health. As you showed me the slide there. Because many cars, many OEMs and many cars, they will report state of health. And I've said this many times in the videos, don't trust state of health. It's all over the place.
No, actually, you shouldn't do a readout of the state of health. That is, in most cases, complete nonsense. So we have a couple of samples here, maybe for a Nissan here, where the readout was giving us 67%, while the actual state of health only was 47%. So this car had really serious troubles.
Wow.
Same was here for Renault, where the state of health readout from the battery management system showed a 93%, but it was 77 in reality. It can also be the other way around. So we had vehicles where the readout shows 66, and in reality the battery wasn't that bad. It was 86.
Huh.
And I can also show you another interesting slide which show a little bit of the spread of the state of health. So we put together a couple of hundreds or even 1,000 tests we have already done. And what you can see is here is the state of health, and here's the mileage driven. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So obviously at the beginning they're all around 100% here, but the older the car is, the more mileage it has, the bigger the spread gets. And at 100,000 kilometers, we find everything between 95% state of health and as low as 50% state of health. Yeah? This is for all vehicle models combined. Yeah? So the spread is really big, and the older the car gets, the spread, the bigger the spread is. So that's the reason why when you're buying a used electric car, you should really make sure you have a independent battery certificate, so you know what you're getting for your money.
Yeah. So again, like I said, always don't trust state of health. I also experienced this firsthand when I tested Zoe. that the state of health claims, I think it was 80%, but then the real capacity was 64%.
Yeah, but that's the whole reason why we even founded the company, why I wanted to start this 4 years ago. We started the company with the vision to create the first really OEM independent state of health test, where that's easy to use. You don't need to be an engineer or a data scientist.
Or ninja.
Or ninja, as you say, yeah. You don't even need to know anything about electric vehicles. You just plug in the box, you drive, and we do all the work, we do all the calculation. And yeah, we're very happy that we have that product on the market now. And today at the EV show here in Oslo, we launched the product in Norway.
Yeah, so you know, EV, for Norwegians at least, EV Association, you can contact them and they will tell you how to get this device. You have to pay a little bit of money, but you get the certificate. And you can also use this certificate when you sell the car.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and also there was a website in the Swedish, what was it again? The Swedish second-hand car market. They actually use the certificate. You can download a PDF.
Yeah, so we are more and more working with car dealers, like here at the Swedish EV car dealer Kala. They only sell used electric cars.
Oh, okay, it's
only EVs, yeah.
Right, okay.
And every vehicle they put online, they test it with our Aviloo Premium test. So that's the ideal scenario for the customer. You see the car, okay, you know what it costs, you like it, and then you have directly the link to our Aviloo battery certificate here. That is in Swedish, Ladda ner report. I guess that means download the report in Swedish, and you get really directly to the original Aviloo battery certificate. And for a customer, that's the best case scenario. You can say that's a great car. In that case, it's brand new. No, it's not brand new. It's 40,000 miles, and in that case, it still has 100% of state of health.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. That initially it might have 65 kilowatt hour,
absolutely,
but then over 1 year or so, it dropped to 64. But it's still, well, at least
so that's what we want. We want the car dealer also to do the test before they put their vehicle online. That's the best for the customer.
So for the customer, yeah.
Or if you are selling your car, you're better off doing the battery test, and I'm sure you will sell your car faster and a better price.
Yeah. So, all right. Anyway, that was a lot of information. I tried to condense it as much as possible. But, you know, I like this concept, to be honest, because we need something simple for grandma to be able to figure out. And yeah. And by the way, I forgot to ask, so when you have that app in the phone, if grandma doesn't understand how to plug it in, do they have a support phone number in Norway? Or how?
Yes, so we in Norway we bring it on the market with the help of Viking.
Okay, Viking.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you go to a Viking location and they will help you with plugging in the box, and they will also help you with that stuff. It's not a native app, don't be confused. Don't look the app up in the App Store. It's a unique link that's sent to you, and it opens some sort of web app if you want.
Okay.
So there's nothing to install, not even an app. And our partners will help grandma, to stick with that example, and all she has to do is drive the car. So I think that's doable. And maybe just one last word. We really want to help creating a booming used car market. Used EVs are awesome. Go and buy them. But make sure they are tested, pay the right price for the car, and once we can create a booming used car market, they will also sell more new electric cars, right? So we think we can play a role in moving e-mobility forward.
And like I experienced lately this spring, is that some cars, they seem nice initially, like the Kia Soul with a 27 kilowatt battery, but once I start testing them, I found out that they actually degrade faster than e-Golf. So this is, okay, I found it out, but the example like grandma could also find out this, but then they,
but that depends a lot on how that battery pack is constructed. Does it have an active thermal management? Is the battery pack cooled and heated? So these are all things that most customers don't know how the vehicle is built, and some are built to hold the battery for many years, and other batteries will suffer from degradation much faster through the way they have been constructed.
I just remember something. This more like applies to people who want to sell cars. But if grandma wants to buy a car, then it's completely different, because then you can't just have this device and test it on 10 different cars she's interested in.
No, but then you should ideally go to your car dealer and say, hey, I want to buy this car, but only if you have it tested prior to
it would be like in Norway, we have NOF test and stuff like that. It's
yes,
like,
exactly, It's like a used car test, but not only testing the brakes and the suspension, which is important, but the money is in the battery.
Yeah.
In a used car, you can say 50% of the vehicle value is the battery.
Yeah. All right, so very interesting. I think there was one more thing I wanted to ask you, but So, like you guys saw here, let me see, which was it again? This one here, okay? I find it a little bit weird, the numbers. Maybe you guys, do you guys agree with this? Or do you disagree with it? You don't have to agree with me or with him, but just for fun, okay, so based on the view count on this video, based on the feedback, comments, I might actually do a practical test where you guys send me a device, I plug it in, we run through the test, but actually on the same time, I can also run my own test, and we can see which numbers we end up with.
That would be very exciting. Yeah, we are up to that challenge anytime.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.
Goodbye.